Hey, how's it going out there? My name is Kevin. Welcome to the second day of the fingerpicking series. I'm so happy to have you on board here. I hope you had fun with day one. I hope you're starting to feel more comfortable and confident in your fingerpicking. Today we're going to take a look at a new pattern called the claw pattern. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to go very slow. We're going to get a lot of repetitions, and then we're going to do some play along so you have a chance to really feel this pattern and get used to it and get comfortable. So get tuned up and let's finger pick. All right, let's dive right into this pattern here. So to start off, once again, we want to plant our pinky on the base of the uke below the sound hole. And then also make sure our hand is nice and flat here, relaxed, comfortable, but you still want to make sure that you're pressing your pinky up against the uke. Again, you don't want your hand to be kind of jumping off the uke as you do this pattern here. So we're going to take our index finger and our middle finger, and we're going to kind of pair them together. So when we do that, we're going to take our middle finger, place it underneath the A string, our index finger, and place it underneath the E string. So they're touching each other, so you kind of want to be able to take these two strings at once and pull them at the same time. So just try taking your two bottom strings with your index and middle finger and just pulling your fingers into your palm. Now I should be having my pinky down when I do that. And then with our thumb, we're going to set that on top of the C string and we're going to pluck down. So the pattern, you can start with your thumb or you can start with your fingers. I'll show you how to do both, but for this, I'll just show you how to start with your thumb. So I got my hand here in place. I'm going to pluck just with my open strings here. I have C string, and then I pluck E and A together. So it's kind of like a pedaling thing, almost like you would again hear on a piano. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So let's try to do that together. We're going to keep it very simple here. So nothing is happening here with my fretting hand. Everything is happening with my picking hand. Now I did have some folks in the comments ask me, is it okay to pluck up here closer to the fretboard for tone purposes? And I would say it's okay if you find yourself that you're not hitting the fretboard. If you're ticking the fretboard, I would say kind of try to stick back here by the sound hole. So let's try this together, nice and slow. We're going to go thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers. We're going to do about 10 times through. So just relax. Really hone in on this pattern here, and nothing's happening with the fretting hand. So I'll count us in, and every thumb will be 1, and the fingers will be and. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and... So at this point, my eyes are focused on my picking hand. I'm watching, I'm focusing on precision and timing and making sure that I'm going really evenly as well. You don't want to pluck really hard with your thumb and really soft with your fingers. You want them to be about even volume if you can achieve that. So my volume's kind of just sitting nice and even with that. So keep that in mind as you're doing this pattern. All right, so something I want to add to that. Now, we're only playing the bottom 3 strings here. In a situation where you have a song where most of the chords occur on the bottom 3 strings, this is a great pattern to use. But let's say that you have chords that are on the top 3 strings. You can simply take this pattern and shift it up a string. So I'm here on the bottom 3 strings, sorry, and then you're going to move up and put your index on the C string, middle on the E string, and thumb on the G string. So you could technically do the same pattern here, fingers, thumb, or thumb, fingers. You can go either way with it. So you have some options here with this pattern. It doesn't have to be set in stone. So just know that, you have a couple options here as you do the pattern. Now, let's move on to a chord. So we're going to keep it nice and simple because this is about finger picking. It's not about doing a bunch of crazy chords. We're going to work on getting our picking hand right. So we're just going to hold a C chord here, and we're going to do 8 times plucking thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and... All right, so now let's say that we have an F chord. So we're playing middle finger on the 2nd fret on the G string, index on the E string on the 1st fret. We're going to shift the pattern up here from the bottom 3 strings to the top 3 strings. So pinky is still stabilizing the hand, fingers now are on the middle 2 strings, thumb is on the top string. So let's play this F chord 10 times, just kind of focusing most of your attention here still on watching your picking hand. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers, thumb, thumb. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and... As I said before, you can alternate between deciding, and maybe it's sensitive to which song you're playing. Whether you start with your fingers or you start with your thumb. You can determine that, and sometimes it's determined for you when you pick out the song. So now let's move on to an actual chord sequence here. So we're going to try to keep this nice and simple. We're going to play C, C major 7, C7, and C6. So those 4 chords, essentially you're going 3, 2, 1, 0 on the A string. So let's do that 4 times per chord, and we're going to be using the bottom 3 strings for this pattern. Now this time, again, we're going to go thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers. So 4 times each chord. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, fingers, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I love that descending progression there. If you need to spend a little time with that, just going really, really slow, pause the video, go back, hone in on your technique. I've had people ask me, am I supposed to learn this all in 7 days? No. Or 5 days? No. You're supposed to learn it in the time that it takes you to really get comfortable with it. The more time you practice it and play it, obviously the more it's going to be comfortable to you, but don't feel like you really have to learn all of these patterns at once and then utilize them all. Focus on 1, focus on 2, and really hone in on them so that you can, be confident and comfortable in a few of the patterns versus kind of not so comfortable with a bunch of patterns. But that's just a little side note for you there. Now let's take same pattern. We're going to play it a little bit more tempo. So I'll count us in. We're going to play the same amount of times, same progression, just a little bit more speed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. C7, 2, 3, 4. C6, 2, 3. We're going back to C. 2, 3, 4. Major 7. 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a little bit more speed. If that felt fast for you, go back to the original play along there, or just focus on one chord, or even take some chords that you're already comfortable with and work on those. Now let's move on to the top 3 strings. So we're just going to take the claw pattern and we're going to move it up here. So we have middle 2 strings with our fingers and thumb on the G string on top. The 2 chords we're going to use for this play along are A minor and F. So we'll start on the F chord here, and then to go to A minor, all we do is take our index finger off. So it's really easy on the fretting hand, so we can focus here on our picking hand. So we're going to do 4 times on F, 4 times on A minor, 4 times on F, 4 times on A minor. Nice and slow. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingers, thumb, fingers, thumb. 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F and 2 and 3 and A minor, 2. All right, for all you speed demons out there, let's pick up the pace a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3. Back to F, 2, 3, 4, A minor. You keeping up with me? Going F, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2 and 3 and 4 and F. Do it one more time. Keep smiling, you're playing the uke. A minor, F, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4. All right, and for the last play along here, I'm going to show you a combination of the claw patterns. So you're going to use the bottom strings for the first chord, which is E minor. And then we're going to take this E minor chord and we're going to just shift everything up 1 string and it becomes a B7 chord. So at that point, we're going to take the claw and move it up a string. So we'll do this really slow, and this might be a little advanced for, some folks. So don't worry about it if this is further down the line. Just take your time with it. But I want to just kind of let everybody know, because some of you guys might want to be alternating already. So we'll do 4 times on E minor, 4 times on B7, and we're just going to go back and forth. We'll start off going really, really slow, and then we'll do a little faster after that. So this time, we're going to start with fingers first. So it'll be fingers, thumb, 1 and 2 and, because remember, you can do both, or either. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingers, thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers, thumb. 4 and switch. 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. 2 and 3, 4 and switch. 2 and 3 and 4 and... So from there, we're going to kick up the tempo a little bit. Same thing, 4 times per chord, starting with fingers, then thumb. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch and 2 and 3 and switch. 2, 3, 4 and switch. 2, 3. A few more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 2, 3, 4. Last time. 2, 3, 4 and switch. 2, 3, 4 So you might have noticed that that last little play along was a little bit moody, but something that's not very moody is this bright bamboo aclot ukulele that was actually sent to me recently by a company that wanted me to try it out. So I'll leave a link in the description below. If you want to find out more about this uke, you've already kind of heard what it sounds like. If you want to find out pricing and all that good stuff, I can tell you, I've been really impressed with this uke. It sounds nice. It's made of bamboo. It came with a case. It came with strings. It came with a strap. It has strap locks on it. It's a tenor. So if you're in the market for a new uke, this might be the one for you. I don't know. I don't have any ties to it, but I'm just kind of letting you guys know that I think it sounds pretty cool. So I hope you guys had fun learning how to fingerpick the claw pattern. You guys are now becoming more formidable finger pickers. And I'm really proud of you, and I'm thankful that you're sticking with me through this whole series. If you guys have comments, leave them below. I love the engagement, the interaction that we're having, and this awesome uke community that we're growing here at All for Uke. I love hearing from you guys, so keep it coming. I do read the comments. I respond to them as often as I can, but I gotta say there's a lot of them coming in, but that's awesome. If you guys want to find out more, go to allforuke.com. I have free PDFs for all of these lessons, as well as many other lessons with songs and all kinds of other stuff. So it's a great resource for you. You can download all of that stuff for free, print it out, share it, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again. Day 3, we got a new video coming for you every week, so stick around. I'll see you guys next time.